This is a FirstPower 20-watt dual battery charger, and it comes with two batteries. This is for Sony style cameras. Now, I was sent this to review for free. If you wanted to purchase it, it would cost you about $40. They haven't paid me for my review, and my opinion remains my own. Right, so in the package we have the actual battery charger, two batteries. It looks like a charging cable, and the quick reference guard or user's guide. Alright, so the two batteries say they are a replacement for the NP FW50. They are rated at 7.4 volts at 1.5 amp hours or 11 watt hours. So the charging cable is a USB-C to C charging cable, so you will need to provide your own USB-C power adapter. So they're using exceptionally thick plastic here. It was difficult to rip this plastic. Alright, this is the charger itself. There is a green tab here that lets you pull off a protective sheet. There's a pop-open box here where you can place two batteries in. And so there's little clips that snap them in. When you push the clip, they pop up enough so that you can pull them back out again. There's a little spring inside that does that action. That mechanism isn't what I would call smooth. It's, you know, it works, but it's kind of, you have to push on it a little bit to get the thing in and out. I've also just noticed that each of these batteries have a number etched on the bottom that says CFC 0346. So it looks like it should work with the lid up or down, but you can close it like that. And you can see when you put a battery in here, even if it's not connected to power, it'll give you a percentage reading on the battery. So if you push the power button, it uses the battery's power to power itself. It says, hey, these batteries were at 26 and 29% charged from the factory. And the bottom down here says the input can be 5 volts at 2.4 amps or 9 volts at 2.2 amps. Its output is going to be 8.4 volts at 1.5 amps for one battery or 1 amp for two batteries. So it looks like it's just a little under 10 watts per battery if you put two batteries in there. So your power adapter has to be able to support the 9 volt level to get full speed charging out of this guy. If it's a 5 volt adapter, the max you can get is going to be half an amp per battery. And they also include this little microfiber cloth, and you know, maybe it's just for cleaning the front of this thing because it's very glossy, and so I can imagine that attracting fingerprints. Alright, I've plugged this into my USB-C power delivery supply. It's negotiated the 9 volt level, and just sitting here, it's kind of bouncing between 0 watts and a half a watt draw. You know, the light is turned off, there's nothing indicating anything's happening. If I push the power light, it says, hey, 0% for both batteries because they're empty. It says out, and it says 0.0 watts. So we're going to plug a single battery in here. Well, I need to push this down and, well, it's not sliding over to hold it in. So that mechanism is proving to be there. There it popped in. It didn't slide in because I put the battery in incorrectly. So it's possible to push the battery down in the wrong orientation, and there's nothing like stopping that other than the fact it doesn't snap shut correctly and plug in correctly. So let's put it in the correct orientation, and that works much better. Alright, so it says, hey, we're at 24%, and it says the output here is 12 watts. So it looks like it can do a little more than 10 watts with a single battery. And here the input is 12.4 watts. So I believe, it's taking 0.4 watts to run the charger, and it's putting probably about 12 watts into the battery. So now let's do the second battery. And I'm going to look closely here at where the plugs are in the bottom. So the plugs on the bottom are here. So basically you want the label of the battery facing the front of the device. Snapped in just fine. There it detected the second battery. It says, oh, that's 32% charged. And now it's ramping up the output. So it looks like it's not splitting the output evenly. We have 11 watts there and 8.6 watts here. So it looks like it favors channel 1 just slightly. So right here it's drawing 19.5 watts, so that's pretty close to the 20 watt rating that they claim on it. It's not charging at a full 20 watts. I'd say it's charging at maybe 19 watts here, but pretty close. So I am going to take out the battery from channel 1. And now the channel 2 battery has jumped up to 13 watts. So it looks like it's able to provide about 12 to 13 watts to a single battery. And when you put two batteries in, it shares the power between the two. And it does look like it might be prioritizing channel 1 slightly here. Channel 1 is at, well, now they're about the same, 9 watts and 8.6 watts. So I don't know why channel 1 didn't jump all the way up, but it looks like now it's drawing 18 watts or 17.75 or 18 watts. So it's not doing the full 20 watts out here, but it's doing, 9.5, 8.5 to each battery. If I take channel 2 out, channel 1 jumped up to 13 watts. I'm going to put this back in. And now it looks like it's, splitting 9.2 to 8.4. So I don't know why it hasn't gotten one of these back up to 12 watts like it had before. But it looks like around 10 watts, maybe not quite 10 watts, is the kind of average charging rate for the batteries in here. I like the display. It tells you, what's going on. It tells you the percentage. It has a visual indicator, so from, kind of the far side of the room, you can kind of look at the green ring and see if it's all the way full or not. So I'm going to leave these batteries here charging, and we'll see what it looks like when it's fully charged. I've also reset the amp hour watt hour meter here, so we'll get a record of how much power it took to take these batteries from, the 39-40% level up to fully charged. So one other feature of this guy is that the lid has indentations here that are slots for SD cards. And so you can put two SD cards, full-size SD cards, into the lid. And I don't think I have them in fully yet. It took a little effort, but I got the SD cards fully into the foam. And so there's like a little bit of foam inside this lid that can hold on to two SD cards. Even getting as far in as I can, the lid doesn't quite go all the way down when you do that. So this would be something like just as a place to store SD cards in a bag or something so you know where they are. I think there's probably better SD card storage solutions out there, but if you're carrying the charger with you anyways, at least it offers this as a bonus feature. I didn't learn much from reading the manual, other than the fact that they say, hey, to maximize the lasting time of your batteries, we suggest you keep them in the charger for an additional 30 minutes even after the LCD screen shows they're fully charged. So it sounds like when this hits 100%, it's still doing a tiny little trickle charge to get them just a little bit higher up. All right, as we get closer to being fully charged, the power output starts ramping down. So here we're at 83 and 86%, and it's charging at about 5 to 6 watts. I let these batteries sit here for a while, even after they were charged, and it turned off the display. It says 100% charged. It's drawing, less than a watt of power. It took 11 watt hours to charge both of those batteries up. I have here a Sony official battery. I'm going to charge it in the charger just to make sure that the charger is compatible with the OEM batteries. Yeah, so it recognized and is charging that Sony battery just fine. So I am recording video on this guy here, running off of that FirstPower battery. We're going to run it all the way down. Once we're done running it down, we're going to charge it back up and see how much power it takes to charge it back up, and that'll be a measure of what the capacity is of the battery. Alright, so we have exhausted this battery. Now we're going to charge it back up and see how much power it takes to charge it back up. Alright, I'm charging up that battery. I only have one battery in here. It's drawing 13.4 watts. So according to the front panel here, it's charging the battery at 13 watts. This guy reports it's drawing 13.6 watts. I've reset all my amp hour watt hours, so we'll see how much power goes into that battery that's been fully discharged. You can see here the battery's at 2%, so you had definitely discharged it all the way down in the camera. Right, so these batteries claim to be 11.1 watt hours, and this guy is fully charged, power turned off, it's drawing a quarter watt. It took 10 watt hours in to charge that battery fully. What that tells me is that it is not a battery that holds 11 watt hours. It might be an 8, maybe 9 watt hour battery, but not 11 watt hour. So instead of being 1500 milliamp hours, I would say this battery is probably closer to about 1200 milliamp hours capacity.